Nana Harrison here, and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be telling you why I think the Bible is the best business book. Before then, click the subscription button and don't forget to hit the notification bell to not miss a single session. Did you know that there are so many business principles and personal development and lifestyle ideas embedded in the stories in the Bible? For example, did you know that the story of creation is a typical template for entrepreneurship? What about the fall of man and the conversation that led to it? Have you also considered Abraham through to Isaac and to Jacob and Esau? Their lives, all the events that they went through. Have you sat down to see how these can be applied to business, to our finances, and even to our personal lifestyles? What about the story of Joseph, being betrayed by his own brothers, going through slavery and to prison and becoming the prime minister? Does that ring a bell? Are there any lessons in there that you can learn and apply to your business? What about all the stories of the prophets, the kings, King David, through to Solomon, all those wisdom keys that Solomon was releasing in the book of Proverbs? Have you considered all those? What about the great and the minor prophets? What of the period of the exile? What are we going to learn from all these? Have you sat down to consider what lessons and how these can be applied to our personal lives, especially to the world of business and entrepreneurship? Now, when we come to the New Testament, the birth of Jesus, all through his death, the parables that he gave, do you know that Jesus Christ spoke a lot about money during his time on earth? Well, that is if you believe that he was. But let us not bore ourselves with whether he was or not. Now let's stick to the content of the Bible as it says. So do you know that Jesus Christ as a person talked a lot about money, and even him alone gives us a lot of keys to how to manage business and finances, and then not leave it there, but in our personal relationships. The Bible, to me, is the greatest book ever. I've read some amazing books, great books from great authors, but I think that the lessons that you can learn from the Bible, they are unparalleled. You can find literally anything in this world right from the pages of the Bible. And that is why I'm going on this journey with you, to make sure that we dissect this book, we tear the pages apart and get to discover all these wisdom keys that are going to help us in our business. Now, that is just a flavor. I'm just giving you a feel of all the things that are embedded. I was so surprised when I've finally realized that every single story in the Bible tells us something and can be applied in some way or another, either to our business, to our finance, or to our personal lives. So like I do say, you do not need to believe in the Bible to learn from it. Lessons can be learned from anywhere. Therefore, go with me and let us all be students of the Bible on this channel as we delve into the Bible. Now, I'll leave you with this scripture. Think about it, because Paul said in his letter to the Philippians, in Philippians chapter 4 verse 12, that I know how to be brought low and I know how to abound. In any and every circumstance, I've learned the secret of facing plenty and hunger, abundance and need. Take a moment to consider what Paul was saying here. From the part where he says, I have learned the secret of facing plenty and hunger, abundance and need. Why is Paul talking about these four things, or these two pairs of things: plenty and hunger, abundance and need. If you go into the history of the Bible and these writers, Paul, for example, was a very learned person who had learned and knew all the pages and the verses of the Torah, which is the Old Testament as we call it today. And by him saying this, he is trying to say that he has learned the secret of facing. That means that in his learning, in his journey, he has come to discover the secret way to be able to face these situations. Whether you have plenty or you are in hunger, whether there is abundance or there is need. He has discovered all these things through his experiences. And what manner of person is better to learn from than such a man who has read all these things and is sharing his life and his experiences in the form of letters with other people? We are not only going to talk about the letters of Paul, and in fact, our discussion is not even starting anywhere from the New Testament, but this is just a tip of the iceberg for us to know that if Paul is saying this and he was considered one of the most learned persons in his time, then it means that whatever was the source of his learning is a good source. And I do not claim the superiority of the Bible, although in my heart I am a believer and I'll be upfront with that. But I do say, as always, that you don't need to believe in the Bible to learn from it. So go with me on this journey as we tear the pages of this book and get to discover and unfold all the mysteries that are hidden in there. And I believe that through this channel, you'll be able to learn a lot and improve your life, especially your business. If you are seeking to start a business, the best business book, I say, is this Bible, because it teaches you, it lays all the foundations for you. And in the stories that we'll be talking about, you will see that even right from creation, there is entrepreneurship, serious business going on there, which we may not have paid attention to because we are busily fighting over either there is creation or there is evolution, which is not the point in this case. Whether evolution or creation, man must survive. And so in this channel, we are going to go through the pages of this book and then get to discover how we are going to be able to apply this to our personal lives to excel. Now, I will leave you with the verse 13 of Paul's letter to Philippians, chapter 4, which says that I can do all things through him who strengthens me. Paul is talking about God, but I am looking at it from the optimism of Paul in what he's saying, that I can do all things. Whitney Houston did say that there can be miracles when you believe. Well, I am not selling to you the content of religion, but I'm saying that even in your business, when you believe, when you have that conviction that you'll be able to make it, that is the starting point. Thank you for watching today, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you've not done so already, and click the notification bell to not miss a single session. Thank you.